do some Pokemon. Not chair, I guess this way. So, let's continue. I started looking at the next fight already. I was looking at this fight. We have 2 fights and then we have Shell. Haven't done the double battle yet, but I prepared the first fight, and I think I have a really good idea on Shell. I've had like 4 or 5 iterations, but I think I decided that before anything, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try considering if I want this encounter, because right now we have Flaffy as a dupe. It's only 5% as a dupe. We have Togedemaru, which is 10% a dupe. Pikachu would be a really big miss, and so would Electric. The problem is that's 40% of the table right there. Like, Joltik is good later on, but I don't think that's also a miss. We're really hoping for Magnemite or Meowth G or Toxel. If we delay this slightly, we can just delay it for either a Grimer or Lola, or we can Magnet pull this thing later if we can get Magnet pull Magneton from Altering Cave. Which I got last run. And I have a static bond, so I could easily pull for that, but... Just trying to think if it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it, at least right now. It's worth considering it, but let's get this fight ready. So I'll run through the fight, basically. Let me just get the mons all in here, because I have to run through the items that I really want on everyone. So my idea is to lead off with Togedemaru on this thing. We're going to fake out into U-turn. It's going to do about 50% right there. He's going to be clicking always Earth Power. We switch into our Carnivine, bait out Signal Power, and we should always be able to fake out and U-turn and always kill. Now, who do we want leading off against? Or who do we want leading out? Let's say we bring out Carnivine, because I didn't think about killing that thing with U-turn. Who would that be bringing out? This guy wouldn't be seeing kill because we were never getting hit on Carnivine. We could bait out this thing for Ice Beam if you want, but then you risk Ice Beam freezes, which is never good. But it would be baiting out Gear Grind from this guy, which you can just go to Togedemaru. You can fake out and do whatever shit you want on this thing. And do you even want to U-turn this thing? You could probably spark it once or twice. What is it? This thing's either clicking wild, or it could be clicking any of the 3 moves. Do we have anyone that really wants to switch into this shit? I mean, you can't. I guess I brought Houndoom just to do that. As long as it doesn't autonomize. But Togi should be able to take this guy on. So I can nuzzle him to make him slower too. It's not bad. So Togi should always be good for that. Against this guy right here, we have Dreadnought. We're going to probably put on a Rossberry, and hopefully it doesn't T-Wave. It should be incentivized to use Will-O-Wisp because we have physical moves, and we're slower, so it shouldn't be using T-Wave too often. Against this Electrode, how's Palpito doing? Problem is that Foul Play does a decent amount of damage. But this guy should be good with Bulldoze. Bulldoze doesn't make him faster just yet, but with Oranberry, we should always be pretty safe, I would assume. I think it said a Pidgeotto, but Pidgeotto is also as fast as the thing. You could switch this thing in and then hopefully kill with Hyper Voice. How's this Soak Scarf on this guy? Makes it so it's even safer. Alright, I'm seeing the line. Alright, so we got all the Mons. Let's put some items on. So Togi, probably just always want the Oranberry, I would assume. Carnivine, are you going to be doing anything for the rest of the fight? I guess you could always. You're really not doing much. I guess you're just trying to, if anything, if this thing was -2, but even then it's not doing anything, you would just use this thing as a pivot, so. Diggersby always gets the Oranberry, so he can have cheek pouch. Put a silk scarf on this guy. There's hyper voices. For you, you're mainly coming out for that, but you could come out. No, you can't really come out for this last guy. I mean, you could if you're living it, but you're mainly out for this guy right here, so probably an Oranberry. Or I guess a Cherry Berry, actually. And we go Rossberry on you. Whoops. There's no knockoffs, right? I need to make sure. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's no knockoffs to even worry about. Okay, let's bring the sets in. Okay, let's switch to full screen and let's go kick this guy's ass. Just want to make sure I'm up to the right fight. Should be up to this fight. If I plan the wrong fight, then I'm going to call that out. But yeah, it should be this guy. Okay, music off. Let's turn this on. Alright, so turn 1 we are going to click Fake Out right here. Perfect. Now we're going to U-turn. Obviously we are faster. And this thing's going to be clicking Earth Power always. We're going to switch into Carnivine. This will always bait out Signal Beam from this guy. So now on the Signal Beam, we switch back to Togedemaru. Should be able to click Fake Out. Into U-turn. So when we switch into Carnivine right here is full HP. It should be seeing out damage and outspeed by King Clank here for gear grind always. Should be able to switch into Togedemaru. Most that Togi can take is 26 with 2 crits on this thing. It should be always taking the 2 chip damages. Perfect. So again, most it can do is 26 with those 2 gear grinds. We're going to click Fake Out right here. And we're going to probably just nuzzle this thing just in case. So it should be using Autonomize, I would assume here. Yep. So now this thing is paralyzed. And it should be 2 plus 2 speed. It should be just spamming Autonomize, I would assume. Trying to raise its speed. Yeah, so now it's plus 4. Still slower, so it should just be spamming Autonomize. Perfect. Electrode's coming out. This thing is faster. It's going to be clicking Foul Play here. On the Foul Play, we said we wanted to switch into... We could do a quick pivot into Pidgeot, and then get a free switch into Diggersby. Perfect. Because now this thing's always using Oh wait, it's always using Electro Ball right now, so we should be able to switch into Diggersby for free. Perfect. Now we have full HP Diggersby. We should be able to click Bulldoze right here. Get this thing to max 1 speed. Alright, max that this HP Ice can do is actually 60. So it should be always free here. Now this Frostlass right here, it's not always seeing kill with Ice Beam. So we should be able to freely switch into... Do we want to switch into Togi here in this Ice Beam? I think we switch into our Bloodhound. Does not get frozen? Oh, that's really annoying. Wait, hold on, let me look up this Flame Burst. Thaw. Let me take my time. Let's just take our time. Let's take a little bit of time. Let's go moves. Flame Burst. What other moves do I have? Fire Fang? I don't know if this would tell you if it can. What about Overheat? Oh. Oh. Fuck. So now that weird thing, this thing's always clicking Hex at least. Could switch into Dreadnought here. Okay, on my Dreadnought, the most this thing can do with Hex is 45 right now. Should be able to Rock Tomb this thing once. It can Thunder Wave, wow. Okay. Why didn't Thunder Wave? That's crazy. Surprised it doesn't use Burn, really. So that's one fight. Now we have to plan for the double. I didn't plan for this shit at all. Alright. Let's mute this. Save our game, probably did. Let's turn back some music. And... Alright, so... let's go to the screen. This is a true double battle right here. This thing always takes me a minute to freaking plan. Let me go to my notepad real quick. That's my shell notepad. Let's go to Anna and Meg. They lead Emolga on right, which is slot 1. And Seeking on left, which is slot 2. Just sending out my notes. Okay. So the Emolga always has discharge, and it's going to be boosting up these lightning rod guys over here. That's usually the plan. Now I can, it looks like I can kill this guy in turn 1 if I decide to bring Dreadnought. Problem is the discharge is gonna freaking hurt. Who else can take out the Samolga? Probably turn 1. Dreadnought is like the one, seems like. So Dreadnought technically could if I like if I brought out Krabby and I pre-damaged him to always bait in Hydro Pump, I could go those strats. The problem is then this guy's gonna be getting the boost. So what if I started off with Togedemaru instead? Hydro Pump crit would never kill. Unless you didn't want to focus down the Emolga side first. I'm just trying to think, if I have Dreadnought out versus like Lantern, it's gonna be using double discharge, which is gonna be kind of fucked. So I'm trying to think if there's really any point to bringing Kingler. I guess if I wanted to, maybe just bait like the Hydro Pumps into this guy. But at +1, this thing's still not good. Is this thing gonna be seeing kill? It's gonna be seeing kill into my Houndoom. So if we started off with like Dreadnought, killed this guy right here, he would be getting the +1 boost on the Seadra still. How's this guy looking? Toad's not looking too good. Togi looks really good into at least the Lantern. Lantern's so fucking fast, though. My Carnivine can't outspeed it, unfortunately. Can Toki take a Hydro Pump? I really don't want him taking the Hydro Pump, I would assume. Carnivine can. Think about sleep strats, but it's not really too good, I don't think. Keep on going back to Dreadnought, because he could just underspeed and one-shot this thing. Let's say I did go Togi on this thing. The problem is this guy can just, like... Maybe that isn't the worst. Be baiting out Hydro Pump into one of these guys, I would assume. I dead to a crit? I'm never dead to a crit. After one discharge, even if it does 45, I'm still not always dead to Hydro Pump from this guy, so I can't consistently bait that. Maybe, unless I pre-damage just a hair. But this thing would be doing a boosted, but it could also miss is the problem. If this thing gets boosted, its discharges can just or its Hydro Pump can just one-shot me. So starting off with Dreadnought doesn't even really work unless you, hold on 1 second. Barry, your mom's calling. I guess unless we faked out, turn 1.
I was trying to find my DNA from NIH program.
So maybe you don't start off with Togi, maybe you start off with Lombre, and you think about faking out the Emolga, and you just Ice Fang it to kill. I would be baiting Hydro Pump into one slot or Ice Beam into the other. We don't really probably care, we take like 50 or something. If it's looking into the Lantern slot, who would come out? It would be Lantern for Signal Beam into that slot. Or Signal Beam and Ice Beam. Probably just be able to go into Togi, I would assume, on those.
What? Stop it! I'm just teasing. Can I tease a little? No, that's just dumb.
Alright, so this might be a strategy. Fake out into Ice Fang, this thing will always kill the guy. This guy would just be using Hydro Pump or Ice Beam into either slot. Let's think about this so far. So Lombre would We want Lombre doing the baiting, I'm pretty sure. So let's think about that. So Lombre, and let's think Dreadnought. So this bait's random move from Emolga, and it would bait either Ice Beam into Lombre, or Hydro Pump into Dreadnought. I don't think we need either for the rest of the fight, so turn 1 we can fake out Emolga and kill with Ice Fang. What would this be baiting? So if it's looking into the Lombre slot, it would be looking to the Lombre spot. No matter what, this would be baiting. This baits Lantern. But the problem is Lantern could be using Discharge. Would we rather be baiting? We can always bait out consistent Bone Rush if we bait out the other guy. Now, if we have Dreadnought out, I think it would still be Discharge from this guy. So what would this bait? So this baits Hydro into Dreadnought, Ice Beam into Lombre, or for the Lantern, he would be baiting Signal Beam into the Lombre. Slash Discharge.
That's kind of where I've been at for years.
We'd probably be able to bring in Togi on all that, I would assume. Togi and who else? Palpitoad? But Palpitoad takes a fuck ton from this guy. Maybe Carnivine. Carnivine can't take that Ice Beam. Or the Signal Beam. Who's the Ice Beam? Ice Beam and Signal Beam going to the other guy. It would be either Hydro Pump and Discharge. He could take the Hydro Pump and Discharge. Does Carnivine outspeed either? Motherfucker doesn't outspeed either. I can't bring out Kingler because he'd always be dead to Discharge. Carnivine should be able to take a Signal Beam. We should be able to pop the Focus Sash off the Seeking, I would assume, and kill it with Leaf Bleed. Just trying to think if this guy can do enough damage with Signal Beam on me. I mean, if I'm switching in Dreadnought, he would be taking, let's just say, a Hydro Pump and a Discharge, I would assume. I'm probably dead to Signal Beam after all that. This guy really can only hit him with that. Why does Carnivine have to be so... He's 27 speed, man. Why is he so fucking slow? And he's plus speed nature. Damn. Can't use Petlil, because I don't have the Evolve Stone anyways for right now. Togi I can always get out and, you know, hit something with a fake out or whatever, which would probably be the Seeking. Like if I bring out this guy and I fake out the Seeking and everything, I should be able to bring, because if this thing was -1 speed, Carnivine could always kill it. But can I take that Signal Beam? Yes, I could. I should be able to. Oh wait, no, hold on the Carnivine. That would be the problem, is taking that Signal Beam. Seizure could always come out on these two guys if it wasn't Lantern. So what if I got this guy first out? Let's think about that real quick. Let's think about that. So into the Lombre, or into Dreadnought. It's hard to get out this guy. What if it was Togedemaru? Togedemaru getting baited out could always bait out that guy. But then I wouldn't be able to focus down this guy. Unless turn 1 I focused down the Seeking and I kept the Emolga out. This guy is like the only guy that can kill the Seeking basically right away. The Seeking's a demon, basically. Once I get, if I get like these two guys out, I'm pretty sure I have like ground resist that can do pretty good. Even my ground resist don't do too hot into these guys. The Emolga starts really hurting though, is the problem, because it has Metronome. So you really need to kind of focus this thing down first. So first turn you would use Lombre, kill with this thing. This thing would be hitting either with either a Hydro Pump or an Ice Beam or something. We'd be most of the time baiting out. We'd be always baiting out the Lantern, I'm pretty sure. If I can get Seizure out on this last guy, it would always be pretty much fine. What about Kingler even? Kingler can't be crit if I can get him out on not this guy's Discharge. Alright, so I think turn 1 we could fake out Space Lantern, so Lantern, like I still kind of like this so far. So this thing could be clicking Discharge. We switch into Palpitoad and Palpito just doesn't do that much damage, but it could make this guy slower. Palpito does take a lot from this Hydro Pump, though. So I would have to fake out into U-turn it. Make it slower. I could go into Carnivine, I would assume. Once this thing's slower, fine. Carnivine should be good, I would assume. Can't really take a crit from the Signal Beam. That would be the hard part. But I'd probably switch back into Lombre, I would assume. Get another fake out. So into the Palpitoad, what would I be baiting? If you're baiting out like Bryan, it would always be Bryan and Hydro Pump. I can go back into this guy, this Lombre, to get another fake out in. I think this is looking good. Let's get these mons all set up. I'm pretty sure this is looking pretty good. Make sure we get all the items correct. We're going to need a lot of berries, I would assume. Alright, so I'm thinking right now for... We just really don't want to get Ice Beam frozen. That would be fucking horrendous. Dreadnought would be an Oranberry, I would assume. This Dreadnought would only come out on like this last guy, basically. Wait, where is he? He could technically come out on this guy, maybe, if he was slower. On the last guy, he would come out just to do some shit, so you would get an Oranberry. This guy always gets an Oranberry. Palpitoad? Would you rather a Soft Sand? The Oranberry would be better. This guy, Oranberry probably better. Same with Mr. Krabs. I think this is looking good. What do we want leading? We want to be baiting out the Lombre. So turn one, what I'm thinking is we're gonna fake out this guy, and we're gonna kill him with Ice Fang. This guy could be using Hydro Pump or whatever into either slot. We're gonna probably pretty much double switch unless Lombre. What if Lombre doesn't get hit at all? I could possibly stay in. What? I don't know. I'm busy right now. Sorry. So into Dreadnought, it would be Hydro Pump and Discharge. That's the one that you're switching in Togi on. Or no, that's the one you're switching in Carnivine on. And the other slot you would be switching in Togi, I would assume. What does Carnivine have? Oranberry? No, you need Cherryberry. Alright, let's hope this goes well. Yeah, we're in here. Let's say fuck it. Let's do it. Alright, so turn one, we are going to be clicking Fake Out on the Emolga. And we are going to be clicking Ice Fang on the Emolga. which always kills. It hit the Hydro, that's unlucky. Perfect. Okay, so let me see if it's seeing kills. So right now, it's not seeing kills with either, so it could attack either Mon. My Lombre is actually safe to stay out here. We can pop this sash on this guy. But this guy is always taking discharge and shit, so we should always switch to Carnivine here. I believe. I'm gonna try right before that. Oh, I forgot about the attack boost. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay, so into my Carnivine. Signal Beam always kills, and so does Ice Beam. So a Signal Beam and an Ice Beam, we are always hitting this thing. Should be able to switch into Togedemaru for free now. Mirror B should be able to really take this guy and switch into Togi. We need to not get frozen here. It's so important not to get frozen. Okay, that's literally perfect. Okay. So this is the important turn right here. We can kill this guy right here. So into Togi, the Seeking would be clicking Hydro Pump. Into him, you would be clicking Bryan. If it was looking at my thing, you might be looking into this guy and using this. We have a free fake out here. We can get the position of having Marowak out. Marowak would be baiting out guaranteed Bone Rush into my Togi, which I could always switch into. Let's take our time real quick. Let's take our time. We don't have to rush this. You have a great position right here. So right now, Togedemaru outspeeds. Can I kill this Seadra? 27. I could maybe kill it with U-turn. Let's take a look at its percentage. It's below 25%. How much is Togi doing? 27. So I can kill this thing for free with U-turn. And I always outspeed and kill. What would I like Lombre to be doing? I think I want to U-turn this guy on Togi. If they're looking into Togi, what would he be clicking? He would be clicking Hydro Pump. Let's just take a look real quick. The Seeking's never gonna get to click if we're clicking this, so it's whatever this Lantern's looking into. So if he's looking into Lombre, he's clicking Ice Beam. If he's looking into my Togedemaru, it's always clicking Bryan. So if he's looking into Lombre, which we want to switch out right now, this guy's clicking Signal Beam. Which we could bring in Mr. Krabs on, maybe? That would be baiting out Discharge. Because we can get double switched right now to get whatever position we want versus Lantern and Marowak. Who do we want? Because I could alternatively keep this guy in if I'm liking my matchup versus him. And keep on clicking Mega Drains and healing up a decent amount right now. Who would I want to come in? So if he's looking at my Porcupine, he's always going to be clicking Bryan. He's never clicking Discharge. I would be able to get out Discharge which isn't doing too much, but that would be boosting this guy's attacks if I went to my Razor Claw Man. I could switch back into Lombre, so what I can do is I can switch out and switch in to get the fake out if I really want. That's what I might actually consider doing. Bring back in Lombre, don't do anything, because then I can fake out and maybe kill one. So let's actually think about that real quick. We switch out Lombre, you turn back into Lombre. So if he's looking at Togedemaru right now with this, he's looking at Togedemaru, he's going to be clicking Bryan. We wouldn't mind taking that on Lombre. We can switch Lombre into that slot on the right. If he's looking at my Lombre right now, he's always clicking Signal Beam. We could bring in Mr. Krabs on that. And we should be able to get a free Razor Shell onto Kingler guy. This guy has citrus berries, the problem. So let me see, let me do some calculations real quick. So if I go out into Mr. Krabs and I do 68, let's take his total HP for the citrus. So 87 divided by 4, you'd be healing 21. So let's say 87 minus the minimum roll, which is 68. 19 plus 21, 40. Can Lombre do 40? Lombre cannot do 40. But my Palpitoad almost can. So that doesn't always work. Alright, so let's mentally reset real quick. So we're always killing this guy with thing. I like the idea of going into for the Togedemaru who's getting the who's always getting Bryan, go back into Lombre. Keep fake out. If on the Lombre slot he's always going to be clicking Signal Beam. Do we go Palpitoad on that? I guess who do we want to be killing this thing with? I think we want to be killing the Lantern first, so how are we killing the Lantern? That's the big question right now, is how are we killing this Lantern? I can get it -1 with this guy, but I think we have to focus down the Marowak, unfortunately, first. And if I can get Mr. Krabs in, or if I can get my Carnivine in, we should be good, but Carnivine is low. That's the problem. Mr. Krabs is full HP. So like, let's say I did go in Mr. Krabs or whatever. I would be clicking Razor Shell on this thing, proccing its Citrus Berry. We're baiting Bone Rush into that. We're baiting Bone Rush into both, so I can't bring out Togi. Togi can come out ultimately towards the end and help clean up the Lantern alongside Palpitoad, but we need to focus down this guy first. So Mr. Krabs can do a fuck ton of damage to this guy, and I should be able to get him low. Honestly, Lombre is looking pretty chill to just kind of stay in, I would assume. I like that plan. I like this plan. A lot of good things can happen. So we're going to switch this guy out, who is taking the Signal Beam from the Lantern right now. Switch him into Mr. Krabs, I believe. And then Togi U-turns Seeking. We go right back into Lombre. Icy Wind. Oh, that's fucking terrible, actually, because now we're minus speed. Shit. We have to keep that in mind right now. So this guy's always clicking Bone Rush. Always clicking Bone Rush. Here. What is this guy? This guy's always, no matter what, it's clicking Discharge. So I think we have to fake it out right now. And Mr. Krabs attacks this guy, I would assume. So we always have to fake out the lantern right here. Then Mr. Krabs, do we want you attacking the lantern? No, I think we want him attacking the Marowak, get him low. I think this is the right play. So, Marowak here is always clicking Bone Rush. Now, is he seeing a kill? 33. He's not seeing a kill into this guy right here. But this guy, no matter what, is clicking Discharge no matter what. This guy could be clicking Bone Rush into either. Carnivine should always be a safe switch in, I would assume. Problem is, it's the Bone Rush. Who can take that? Palpitoad can. It's kind of a 50-50 right now, though. Who's more likely? So, this guy, we are slower on both. Right now. I think we have to do a double switch. So this guy, no matter what, is always clicking Discharge. This guy's clicking Bone Rush into either of these slots because that's the highest damaging move. It could actually be Ancient Power. I think we'd rather... So who could potentially be taking an Ancient Power? Mr. Krabs technically could, so I think we'd rather Palpitoad in for Mr. Krabs. And Carnivine, let me just make sure he's never dead. So he's never taken any from Bone Rush, and the most this thing can do with Discharge is 24. Ook. Lombre can never take Ancient Power, right? So, yep. Mr. Krabs in for Palpitoad, and this guy in for Carnivine. Wait, hold on. Krabby, this guy, Mr. Krabs can take the Ancient Power, so Palpitoad, yep. And the other guy in for Carnivine. Really unlucky that we're taking all that. Okay. I don't think we really helped our situation out, though, because we took the Bone Rush on that guy. We need to really take the 50-50. Fuck. So... It's not on yet. Hold on. Busy. Very busy. Stop. Alright, so Lantern... If it's looking into Carnivine, is always clicking exactly Signal Beam or Icy Wind. Carnivine can switch into Togedemaru safely now. What about Palpitoad? Palpitoad would be taking a Brine and a Bone Rush. should be Mr. Krabs to come in on that. And then should be able to bring in Togedemaru. Perfect. Please don't freeze. Okay, good. This is perfect. This is great right here. Because now Mr. Krabs can always kill the guy right here, and we should always be able to click Fake Out on this guy. So now this always has to be exactly... I just need to make sure this guy can't... This guy does have... No, he doesn't have a special attack raise, so... He can never be looking into my Porcupine, I don't think, because the maximum damage you can see is 34. He should always be clicking exactly Discharge. So here I should be able to Protect, and this guy I should be able to U-turn on him. Let's see, so Protect, and U-turn into you. Into Palpitoad. Do I want Mirror B? What is this guy's item? Cherry Berry? I think I would rather go into this guy because am I ever dead to Discharge crit? 37. I should be able to get another Fake Out on this thing. Wait, what the hell did I click? Oh, I'm clicking Protect and then I clicked U-turn. That's what I did. So then I should be able to get the free switch in next turn. That's what it is. Okay. Give a Cherry Berry just in case. So now should be able to get always a free switch right here into this guy. Does that really help? Let me see into Mirror B. What could he be clicking? He would always be clicking Signal Beam or Discharge. Mr. Krabs has the switch because this thing could always click Discharge. I think I switch into the Porcupine actually. And this guy can always click Fake Out. So here I should always get another free switch. Fake Out, and then this guy into... Is Dreadnought faster? This guy? No. Into Palpitoad. Alright, is Palpitoad ever dead to any move? I'm at 51 with Palpitoad. Max Crit could kill me. And it would always be clicking Bryan. If it's looking into... So let's see right now. If it's looking into my Togedemaru, it would always be clicking Bryan. If it's looking into Palpitoad, it's always Bryan. So Bryan is always being clicked here, no matter what. U-turn just barely doesn't kill. Can my Mr. Krabs take a Bryan? Should always be able to. This guy should never be clicking Discharge, I don't believe. So I should be able to U-turn. From this guy. And this guy should always be able to go into Mr. Krabs. Problem is I'm still taking the Bryan. Who wants to... There's two people I need to take a Bryan. Lantern. Even if I'm at... Let's see. Can Mirror B take one? 25. Bryan max with a crit it can do is 20. Let me just sway out, make sure everything, no matter what, I cannot die. So, no matter what, this thing is always clicking exactly Bryan. But no, I actually could be clicking Icy Wind now that I think about it. Can Icy Wind crit kill? 18. I should be safe to go into my Lombre, no matter what. Because even if Lombre is at 25, right here, Even a crit max can do 20, and he's always clicking either of those two moves. He cannot click Signal Beam into my Tadpole, I don't think. Let me just check. So I'm at 51 right now. Yeah. So I should be able to U-turn on this guy. And this guy should always be able to go into this. Perfect. Now we can just Aqua Jet this thing and fake out and always win. Holy shit, okay. He scared the hell out of that. Alright, hold on, let me save my game. Alright, I'll be right back. Texans are up 7-0. Box one. What are you doing, Bear?
I tried to tell you.
Sorry, I was in the middle of a very intense fight.
Did you lose your porcupine?
Nope.
Yay.
No one died. It was a very, very intense fight where I had medical precision and I had to sit there and I had to kind of just play. I had a really good team and I had a really good position. I just had to think. So where are you going?
To T-Mobile. My parents want me to go to iPhone.
I'll go with you then, Bear.
No, it's really
Yes.
okay.
They're gonna fuck you in the ass.
No, my dad already took care of it.
What do you mean?
I just have to get them myself.
Let me go with you because I know these T-Mobile guys. It's never that easy. I know it's taken care of, but it's never that easy. That's the problem. I've dealt with these guys before. They sit there and they just suck every last little tiny penny they can.
But it's already set up in the account.
Will you? All I'm saying is I don't trust them. And it's not that I don't why I kept on saying 5:30 and 8:20. Which now that I think about it doesn't make sense because then it wouldn't be enough to get time for the game. Alright, so I don't have time to do shell right now, but I shall be back and we will cook some shell, finish cooking shell, and we will kick her ass later. So, thank you for watching. Let me save one more time. Call it there.